Hello and good morning, you guys. Welcome to Live Every Day. This is the show for the next 2 hours here on Backchannel. First of all, thanks for finding Backchannel, you guys. This is the only place you can listen and watch and chat all at real time, in real time with real people. I don't think I really get how fantastic that is. You know what I mean? I was actually talking to some friends this weekend about it, and they were like, that's so cool that you can see people, talk to them, interact, even in the chat you can. So those of you that are listening, you can still be a part of everything by going to backchannel.tv and you can chat right there. I'll be able to see it. I can talk back. So that's what's so fantastic. Some of the friends are already here. I see that Grass Pedal's already here. I saw him at the other show and you saw the video. Oh, finally. It's only been here since November. Good morning, Mindy. Hi. Mindy and Grass Pedal, so good to see you guys. I see that London's here. Albert, Sexy Mama, which I kind of love that name. Sing Handcuffed and Dragon. Good morning. And good morning to producer Anna. You guys, it is Monday, April 4th. Can you believe it? And today I'll be here for 2 hours from 8 to 10 on the East Coast, which is fantastic. The day starts at 6 a.m. with Haley and Allison. We just had the lovely ladies. They were just on. I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 10. On Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm only here 8 to 9 because then we have the wonderful Kate and Will. From 10 to 12, you've got Get On Up with Jam and Renee. From 12 to 2, you have the Anthony Davis Show. 2 to 4, your pal Hal. And bringing it home with the drive, 4 to 6 is Mario Smith. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Again, this is Live Every Day, and I will be your host, Liv Harrison. I am so glad you're here. So on the show, we always start the week with Make It Work Monday, because by the time we get back to Monday, there's so much we need to make happen. Really and truly, there's just so much happening in the world and we need a focus and we need to regroup and tell each other, make it work. Just make it work. I don't care what it is. If you ran out of peanut butter, make it work. Just go into your closet in your pantry, get some almonds, grind them up, tell your kid it's almond butter, make it work. Whatever that looks like. There's been times that Grass Pedal has been in the hotel and he's run out of coffee. And we had to give him permission to go downstairs to get coffee. What would he have done if we weren't there? You guys, make it work. That's what we're doing here. Anna, I got to know, how was your weekend? Or how is it? Anna's on a little bit of a trip. I want to know what everybody's doing if you are still having your weekend. What do I say? I had a good one. I want to talk about it. Hi, Jennifer. Hello. Welcome. First time listener out in Georgia, an obedient oyster. I love that name. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning. I had a really good weekend, and I'm really glad you guys asked. I was outside a lot. Do I look like I got any sun? Wait a second. Hold on. Grass Pedal just told us something really important. Where are you going? You didn't tell us you were traveling. Tomorrow I get on a plane. Where are you going, Grass Pedal? Are you going home? You get to go home. Where are you going on your plane? I need details. Tomorrow, right after the show, I hop on a plane and I go to New York City for the rest of the week. I'll be there. I'll do the show here in Houston, hop on a plane, and then I'll be in New York for the rest of the time. I'm actually staying in New York City the entire time. I'll be there through Sunday. Where in Canada? What? Grass Pedal, where in Canada for how long? This is really important. You've got to tell us. Thank you, Obedient Oyster, for laughing. I am so glad you're here. Where are you in Florida, Obedient Oyster? I'll be in Florida starting the 17th of April. So where are you? Anna said that she had a concert to go to. It got canceled on Saturday night, which is a big time bummer. But we went and did an escape room instead and went out to dinner. She is in the great state of Kentucky. Great state of Kentucky, you guys. I never see anybody from Kentucky on the show. I don't understand. Oh, look at Mindy. This weekend, my youngest child and I finished his driving hours to take his test Tuesday. DPS Wednesday could be free of driving kids around by the end of the week. If that happens, I already know what I'm going to do to help you celebrate. It just came to my brain. Ocala, Florida. I've heard of that a million times, Obedient Oyster. Is that's close to Orlando? Yes. Is it? I feel like it is. I don't know. So full disclosure, a little sad, but this is a good thing. It is, but as you know, it will be a fantastic thing, Mindy. Fantastic thing. And I'll send you a prize. We got to celebrate all the things when our kids do anything amazing or when we do anything amazing. For sure. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in Florida, Obedient Oyster. I basically live there. There in New York City, I live all the time. Okay, I'm going to pour my coffee, everybody. You should have some with you or something. What are you drinking? And I'll tell you about my weekend. Okay. I hate my canister, my carafe, my whatever this is. I asked my assistant, which is my husband, to make more coffee. Mother, burnt myself. It's fine. He did. He made me more today. So everyone, it's Monday. Make it work. April 4th. Cheers. So this weekend, I was outside a lot. I don't feel like I got any extra sun, which I'm a little sad about. I got to be honest. I need to get a little sparkly, a little glowy. You know what I mean? But I went to a lot of games. I'll be at more games this week. I don't know if everybody knows this. How many do I have? I wonder where Nathan is. I wonder because he would be able to tell me. But I think my parents have, I don't know. I'm not good at math. Yeah, Obedient Oyster, please put 2 cups of that in. Yeah, listen, this is filled to the top, and I'm going to keep pouring this bad boy all day. All day. I'll have way more than 2 by the time we get off the air. But anyway, my parents have like 20-something grandchildren, and which isn't that impressive. But I alone have 16 godchildren. 16. I know. That's a lot. 2 of my goddaughters play on the same like specialized soccer team. What is that called? Like club soccer. They have to like try out and all the things. So 2 of them do. Well, they were playing about an hour away yesterday, kind of like South Houston by NASA. I live in the northwest side of Houston. So I said to my husband and my daughter, let's go. Like, let's go. Let's drive down there. Let's go watch both girls play. They were phenomenal. Like I thought, oh, this is going to be just kids soccer, whatever. I've seen 1,000 kids soccer games. When I say these kids were amazing, I was like losing my mind. I was screaming. I was like cheering. It was the most, I want to go to every game they have. I was so into it. My daughter right now is in softball. She's got a game tonight and her team made it to the playoffs. So I will get to continue to watch her play. I got to say, I've kind of really gotten more into the kid games lately. I was really against it. So do any of you watch little kids play games? Do you have kids? Do you have nieces and nephews? Do you have friends that have kids that you go and watch their games? Is that something that's part of your weekends? And if it isn't, I got to say, without being creepy, you should. It's really nice. Get a camping chair. You know what I mean? Yell at some kids. I feel like it's very American. So I want to know if there's any kids in your lives that you go and cheer or that you could. So go to backchannel.tv. Let me know there or talk to me, you know, right here on YouTube, Facebook. If you have an echo show like Obedient Oyster, you can absolutely speak to your device. Your word, your magical word is say. Echo, say, and then whatever. So Obedient Oyster is saying, can somebody confirm why remodeling your house is the worst nightmare ever and a huge test for your marriage? I have heard that my entire life. I've been married 21 years. I've been with the same man for 28 years, and we are about to start building a guest home on our property. And I gotta say, oh, hello, Serious Pheasant. I love the name, Serious Pheasant. I'm nervous, Obedient Oyster, because I've heard this. I've heard that remodeling or building with your significant other is a nightmare. I mean, we've been married long enough. Maybe this was as far as the marriage was going to go. It's a joke. Nathan just said hi. Good morning. Mindy says, hear me out. Special Olympics bowling is one of the most freaking amazing groups of athletes I've ever seen. Mindy, I don't even know how to respond to you anymore. Mindy comes in strong with incredible things. We learn so much. It just, you change my world on the daily, Mindy. On the day, like seriously, every single day. I gotta know this. Do you go and watch live or do you watch on the television? Where do you watch this, Mindy? Producer Ernest says, my sister is in club volleyball and I still haven't been to any tournaments. She's on a very intense travel team. I'll tell you what, these travel teams, these club teams, this team that I went to see this weekend, 3rd and 4th grade girls. 3rd and 4th grade. Do you remember what you were doing in 3rd grade? I'm telling you, these kids were phenomenal. Like, I want to go to every game they have. I'm seriously serious. Minnie says, yes, we don't watch all of the NFL or the NBA or any other sports, but we love to watch kids sports. I kind of feel like I've been missing it. Tropical Penguin, good morning. Hello on your Echo show. I feel like I have 3 younger brothers. I've talked about that before. And as the only girl, and I'm so much older than my brothers, I got like drug to everything they did. You know what I mean? It kind of put a bad taste in my mouth when it came to little kid baseball. For one thing, I had to run the scoreboard. My dad was commissioner. I had to run the scoreboard and I was the announcer, which I loved announcing. I really did, except, man, I tell you what, those parents would go nuts. And if I messed up and I said something wrong, or if the ref made a call and interpreted it wrong and I had already announced it, I would get yelled at. Like, it just, I got to say, I kind of got in a bad space. And it was really, Mindy, you might remember, did you know Rothwood here in Houston? It was the Rothwood Club situation that I just kind of like said, it's taken me a long time. It's taken a lot of years. I was going to say so many other words. I'm just going to go with years. Kirby, hi. Good morning. First time listener. Obedient Oyster. I do not have children, although I live on a farm and I have 15 dogs, including a Great Dane. Obedient Oyster. I got to tell you something. I just ended up at a farm conference a few weeks ago, a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. I'm not kidding. It was an entire farm conference. It was just for farmers and me. I was the only one there out of the 18 women who signed up and paid tons of money. And I was the only one without a farm. Can I just say, I respect what you do tremendously. I learned a lot about farming, a ton about it. Let's see. Grasspole says, Liv discussing home remodeling couple issues with Obedient Oyster. Grasshold's like, I can't get on the plane long enough. You have not told us where in Canada and for how long, friend. How long are you gone? Mindy, yes, we connected with them live at a volunteer event. So do you go live? This is incredible. I can't believe it. Don't worry about going to jail for putting my doggy when they misbehave in a crate. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Obedient Oyster, don't worry. Okay, let's see. Anna says her sister gets a contract for her volleyball team. And she has to try out. Sure, I get that. Oh, the mosquitoes are already starting. Too much. Mindy, your plot twist. Liv loves announcing. I really do love announcing. Mindy, could you ask them if they need an announcer? By the way, I put in my application last night for NCL. I thought about you, right? Aren't you in NCL? I was going to, at one point, maybe work together. Who knows? Listen, here's the deal. It's Monday. Today is National Vitamin C Day. I just got all my vitamins back. I'm low on vitamin D and B12. What's new? Who cares? Isn't that America? National Walk Around Things Day. That's called, if you have a toddler like Anna, you're already doing that. You're walking around all the things. Also, National Hug a News Person Day. I'm thinking they don't want you to do that. I'm thinking they're on the news and they don't want you to come and hug them. But You could hug a National Librarian Day, maybe. I don't know. I feel kind of torn. I don't think we should be hugging anyone. And I love. Oh, it doesn't say National School. I conflated. It's just National School Librarian Day. Good. Don't hug them. National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day. This is so random. And Jeep 4x4 Day. That is what Grass Pedal is going to do. He's actually going to Canada to ride Jeeps in the mountains. Everybody didn't know that. Obedient Oyster, I know it's crazy how we are taking over the farm jobs. My husband goes to work and I stay home with the kids. I think that's fantastic. What kind of farm do you have? I was with women who had a flower farm, an herb farm, a goat farm, a cattle farm, a normal farm. It was fascinating. It was really fascinating. I just have to tell you. And it was really funny because as I was introducing myself to all these farmers, I kept saying, "Oh, hi, I'm Liv Harrison. I have a show in my garage. What do you do?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm a goat farmer." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then each person I met was like, "Oh, I'm a flower farmer." And I'm like, "What are we saying?" Hi, Jackson. Good morning out in Texas. Welcome, friend. Where in Texas are you? I'm in Houston. Mindy says, "Oh my gosh, I was a TikToker. Daughters went all the way through it. You'll love it. C will be great. Thank you." Well, we'll see if we get to do it, Mindy. And I also think I signed up too late. I don't know. Hi, Sheila. Good morning. Hey, we have another Florida person here. It's so fantastic. And Grass Puddle's leaving us and ignoring all of my questions. It's a great Monday. You guys, let's play a game. What do you think? This is one of everybody's new favorites. Anna does an incredible job setting up this game. She loves it. I know. It's pretty funny. It's the emoji game. That way you can stay hip and cool with all the young kids these days. You've got to Grass Puddle. Yep, all of them. That's fine. That's fine. Jeez, get all famous and then you just got to ignore the little people as you climb the ladder. I got it. I understand. Anna, what are we figuring out? Are these movies? What is this? Oh, movies. It's movies. Okay. And she's on her MacBook today. So they actually look correct, her emojis. All right, here we go, you guys. Here's how you play. I'm going to explain the emojis. So if you're just listening like London, that's fine. If you're watching, if you're in an Echo show, you can. If you're listening, go to backchannel.tv and you can come and participate. You know what I mean? So you can, type your answer there. Everybody else, you know how to do it. If you've got an Echo show, talk to your device. And if you're out in internet land, for fantastic. Oh, okay. Anna said we did TV shows last week. It's all movies this week. Okay. Where's Gordon Ramsay when you need him? No kidding. Obedient Oyster, I'm checking out, ladies. I'm going to Lowe's and a new place to hang out in my life right about this point. I love that. Who doesn't love Lowe's? All right, here we go. We've got a little kid. It looks like a boy kid. A house. Oh, there's 4 emojis. And 2 men. A little kid, a house, 2 men. I think I know what it is. Doug, hi. There's our friend Doug. Grass Puddle's guessing 3 men and a baby, but I don't know. Yeah, safe travels, Grass Puddle, from Mindy, your bestie. He's probably going to tell Mindy where he's going and how long. Jeez, I'm not jealous. I might be. Okay, yeah. Anna said GP. There's 2 men, no babies. Oh, but Mindy's cheering you on and saying, good guess. Good morning, Doug. You're having Boost? I've never had Boost. I feel like I should try it. I'm going to guess Home Alone. You got a little boy, you've got a house, you got 2 guys. I'm thinking Home Alone. How does that sound? Does anybody else want to guess on that one? Are we thinking maybe? Are we thinking no? I don't know. Possibly. What else would have a kid with a house? Home Alone. Doug says Home Alone could be. Savannah Smiles. Oh, Nathan. Of course you guessed that. But there's no way Anna knows Savannah Smiles. No way. There's no possible way. God, I flipping love that movie. One of my all-time favorites for sure. Rebecca doesn't know. Mindy says, oh, Nathan, I haven't thought about that in decades. We watch it all the time, Mindy. Absolutely love that movie. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, Anna, I think I'm the only one guessing, and I'm going to say Home Alone. Yes. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good. Nathan says Home Alone. C said that. Way to go, C. I'm telling you, it's a little boy in a house and two men. Okay, here we go. I see this one too. I can absolutely see what this one is. We've got 3 emojis for this one, you guys. A pen. Do you say pen or pen? I say pen for like a pen, and a pen for like writing. Does anyone care? Pen, notebook, like a composition book, and then a guy and a gal with a heart in between them. I think this is a documentary of Grass Petal's life. Yes, Doug, we both got it. That's right. You said Home Alone too, Doug. Anna, are you taking points? Nathan says The Notebook. Grass Petal says The Notebook. Look at all the men coming in all romantic-y. I love when the men are romantic. It's fantastic. It puts my faith back in the world. I think the same. It's got to be The Notebook. I mean, I kind of gave it away a little bit because I said notebook, but it's composition science. I always had a composition book like this one, like this emoji, in science class. You know what I mean? I feel like that was like the go-to. Sheila says The Notebook. Rebecca says The Notebook. C said Home Alone also. That's true. C did say Home Alone. So we've got Doug and C. For sure go-to for science class, right, Anna? Oh, no points today? No points today, everybody. She doesn't have her notebook. But this is dun, 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 The Notebook. This is The Notebook. Although Anna doesn't have hers. That's okay. Everything counts. C said The Notebook. Good. Okay, here we go. We've got 3 emojis. We've got a man. We've got an arrow pointing to Saint Nicholas, to Santa Claus. A man. Then we have an arrow. And then we've got a Santa head. What are we thinking? I feel like I know. Anna said, I thought you were about to say pointing to Satan. Yes, as an SNL skit. Pointing to Satan? Anybody remember that? Winged Goose, good morning. Hi. First time watcher. I'm so glad you're here. Liv, if you have a Walmart near you, go get Boost there. Oh, that's a good idea. I could get Boost. I leave tomorrow for New York. I can't really go buy other things. I like, seriously, I do the show and then I run. What's your favorite flavor Boost, Doug? I need to know. All right. Mindy is guessing the Santa Claus, like as in Claus, Clause. Same with Nathan and C, and Rebecca, the Santa Claus. Can I have a confession here? I've never seen Santa Claus, the movie. Can you believe that? Like this one, the Clause. You know what my favorite film for like Christmas time is? Santa Claus, the movie, the one with Dudley Moore. Mindy, did you grow up watching that one? The one with Dudley Moore? Anybody? God, I love Dudley Moore. Doug says his favorite Boost is Coconut Boost. I love that. That makes sense. The good thing about it is you don't have to make it. That makes sense. You just like shake it. Mindy said it's terrible. I know. That's what makes it so fantastic. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of movies, Mindy, that we had, you know, like it's so good. Because it's so horrific. And I will watch it every single Christmas. Anna said that I made her cry. She really thought I was going to say Satan. The Santa Claus, Clause with Tim. What is Tim? Tim the Toolman Taylor. What is his name? Why do I want to say Tim Burton? That's not Alan, for the love of everything. And Lithgow is in John Lithgow. Is that his name in Santa Claus, the movie with Dudley Moore? Christmas too. God, there's so many quotes we do out of that movie, my brothers and I. Also, fun fact, I love watching people eat in films. It's a very strange thing. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have a friend that my best guy friend in college, that was one of the ways that we bonded. We both loved watching people eat in films. I don't know what it is. My favorite all time is The Neverending Story, the way that he eats the apple in the sandwich in the attic. Second is Santa Claus the movie, Mindy. The little boy when he finally gets the Christmas dinner. God, I love that. Exact Beaver, hello. First time on the show in Illinois. Woo, I love that you're listening. Go to backchannel.tv. Come talk to me, friend. And Angelina in Wisconsin. Man, imagine Santa Claus Tim Burton had done this movie. I know, right? Okay, here we go. We've got 5 emojis. We've got an ant, a caterpillar, a ladybug, a beetle, and leaves. An ant, a caterpillar, a ladybug, a beetle, and leaves. What is our guess? Nathan says Bug's Life. Rebecca says Bug's Life. Sheila says Bug's Life. Like the grape scene from Lord of the Rings. Hi, Peter. Yes. Tell me you don't love watching people eat on screen. There's something magical. Did you see Neverending Story? Did you watch Bastian eat that apple? God, it gets me high. Doug, Bug's Life. I love it. Yeah, A Bug's Life. Mindy says, oh my goodness, so many bug movies. Let's go with Bug's Life. That's a good eating scene. The grape scene is a great eating scene. Mindy says, hi, Peter. Peter says, hi, Mindy. Mindy and her menfolk. I love it. Yeah, I do. What are some other great scenes? You know what? I love the original Parent Trap with Haley Mills, and she has the hot dog and she waves it like this when she's eating. Oh, I love it. Is that the weirdest thing ever? I might be. I also like watching people eat gum. In real life, I love watching people eat omelets. Why am I sharing this? This is not Tell the Truth Thursday. Today is not a safe space, for sure. Vivid Lion, hi, watching out of Minnesota. Good morning. Peter, the best eating scene is actually from Hook when they're throwing the colored whipped cream. Is that the scene that you're talking about? Yes, C says, and her chewing gum, for sure. When she's eating when she's chewing the gum, she does such a great job with that, Haley Mills. It is A Bug's Life, everybody. Way to go. Way to go. Mindy says, I disagree. Which part? What are we disagreeing with, Mindy? Talk to me, friends. Over on Backchannel, I need you to go to backchannel.tv. Doug says, good morning, Peter Cottontail. Why have we never thought of that? Mindy, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which one? Gene Hackman? Gene Hackman. I can't believe I just said that. You know what? Everyone take away my card today. I shouldn't be here. I know, Gene Wilder. Anne is like, you disgust me. When they're eating, when Gene Wilder, I know, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. When Gene Wilder takes the, no, I know, but which Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? The Gene Wilder, the old one, or the, oh my gosh, the Johnny Depp one, the new one. I love the Gene Wilder one. Is it when he has the little saucer and he eats the, you know what I'm talking about? When he eats the cup. I love that scene. You're not wrong. Or is it the cabbage soup? I can see there's a lot. There's some good eating in that. When he opens up the and he eats the chocolate bar, the way he eats the chocolate bar, fantastic. Biting into the mushrooms. So see, I'm not the only one who freaks out about this. It's fantastic. All right, here's our next one. Yes, I'm sorry. Doug's like, Liv, get back. All right, next emoji. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emojis. First is a bride. 1, 2, 3 girls, and then a martini glass. You got a bride, 3 women, and then a martini glass. What film is this? Yeah, throwing himself into the chocolate river is gross. That does not make me want to, yeah, I'm not into it. Hi, Stacy. Good morning. But I love when Gene Wilder eats the whatever, cup and saucer, and I love when they're eating the, Doug is saying bridesmaids. I agree, Doug. There's some like ball situation, and it's not a fruit. But I do love when he does the chocolate and the way that he puts it in his mouth. He shoves it to the side. Love it. Plot twist. She loves Augustus Gloop's eating scenes. Oh, is that what Mindy's going to say? Like with the sausage? I don't like when he eats that. Sheila says bridesmaids. I do say, Augustus, save some room for later all the time. Like when we're eating and we just keep going, I'm always like, Augustus, save some room for later. I used to be better at accents. Backchannel might not let us say that. Minnie says bridesmaids. Stacy says bridesmaids. I think so. I think this is it. Don't get me started on versions of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Anna is the worst. Well, we all agree, Peter. We all agree, Peter. My best friend's wedding. Good one, Grass Puddle. You are still here. Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids. All right. Would you write me later and let me know where in Canada you're going and for how long, for the love of everything? Doug says, last time for dinner, I had goulash. Oh, I've never had goulash. Is it real? Is goulash, is that real, Doug? Yeah, it wasn't us in the city. It was bridesmaids. All right, here we go. We've got 4 emojis. We have a video, like a camcorder. What do we call it? Do we call it a camcorder? A camcorder, a person running, and 2 trees. A camcorder, a person running, and 2 trees. Peter says, new segment, watch people eat Wednesday. Yes, Peter. Oh, I love that one, Grass Petal. Now I need to watch that. My best friend's wedding, so good. Yes, Stacy says, goulash is real and it's yummy. Doug says it's elbow macaroni with hamburger, whatever else you want to put into it with tomato sauce. Really? Nathan is guessing this is Elf. Now I know. We just had a recipe on Make It Work Monday. This is hilarious. Anna said, I thought of you the other day because I can't remember what movie we were watching, but it was Brad Pitt and he was eating. It was the Oceans movie. In every Oceans movie, was it an Oceans film? That character eats constantly. No, it wasn't an Oceans movie. Was it Fight Club? He eats in all the, it's a thing for it, which is funny. You know what I mean? It's actually, what kind? No, not Fight Club. What else is he eating? What other movie is he in? He does eat in a lot of movies. The first guest should be Peter. Yes, Peter. Would you be my first guest? Watch people eat on Wednesday. I'll be in New York City. I could have a bagel. Nathan is the only one who has guessed that this is Elf. Do we have any other guesses? He was sitting across a desk from someone. I can't remember it. Brad Pitt was sitting across the desk from someone and he was eating? Fascinating. Oh, Doug says instead of goulash, they call it rubber boots. That's funny. Stacey says you can also put vegetables in your macaroni, in your elbow noodles, and sauce. More sauce to give it flavor. Doug says I can be your third guest. Love it. Sheila says Forrest Gump. I was going to say, where is it when the kids get stuck in the woods? And they film themselves and they're scared and you can see like their nose dripping. What was that called? Blair Witch Project. And Anna says she remembers it was Moneyball, the Brad Pitt film. All right, Stacey's saying Forrest Gump. Nathan says, can't think of the name of the horror. Yeah, the homemade horror film. That's what I'm saying. Jennifer, hi. Welcome, Jennifer. I say Blair Witch Project. That's what Sheila says. Peter was helping me out. I say Blair Witch. I don't think it's Forrest. Doug says Forrest Gump. Holy smokes, this is hot. Nathan, we've got to get a new carafe. Please, please, please. I'm going to burn myself on national whatever. Yes, I was thinking that. Blair Witch Project? No way. Oh my gosh, you guys. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be a fantastic week. I declare it. Well, it is. I'm going to see 4 shows on Broadway this week. 4. I've seen more Broadway since the pandemic than my entire life. I can't even believe it. Yeah, and I'm going to see 2 plays out of the 4. I'm really super excited. So Wednesday and Saturday, you'll know what I'm doing. I will just be sitting in theaters not getting COVID. Stacy, having honeycombs for breakfast. I love it. Doug says that's why you get boost. It's cold. That's a good point. That is a good point. Blair Witch Project. Yes, that's the one, Peter Gaspedal. Good one, Peter. Way to go, Peter. Yes, I was singing that. Blair Witch Project. All right, you guys. So, Make It Work Monday. You know what was on last night were the Grammys. And from what I've heard, I did not watch him, but what I've heard, nothing horrific happened. Not like the Oscars. I think we needed something that got us through where everybody could, kind of a thing. The Grammys happened last night. Olivia Rodrigo got Best New Artist, which is exciting. You know what I mean? I know you don't care about the Grammys, Doug. But the big night winner, what was the big winner? Bruno Mars won a ton. He should. He absolutely should. Who won? I was trying to see this morning, Anna. Do we have a list of winners of anything? If we do, we'll have to throw them up at some point. Kind of give them a little bit of high fives. Yes, I know. Stacey's like, I don't watch the Grammys either, for sure. But they did happen. No one did anything horrific. So this is positive. Oh, see, my daughter is speaking right now for Nathan. And instead of saying HE double hockey stick, she says hail, as in the storm. And she said hail. Yes, she did. She's talking about Olivia Rodrigo. She loves her. Yeah, no, everybody agrees. But anyway, all right. Well, if Anna has a list later, we'll have to throw that up. Oh, maybe she does. Okay. Record of the year, Silk Sonic went home with a lot with Leave the Door Open, just to let everybody know. We Are by John Baptiste. I always say Baptiste, but that's not at all what it is. But I do. Is that because, who was that? Is there a historical figure named John Baptiste and I just want to do that? Is that my problem? I feel like I just make up stuff. Leave the Door Open, Song of the Year, which is a big deal. Brandon Anderson, Christopher Brody Brown, Ernst Emil II, and Bruno Mars were the songwriters. Silk Sonic is the, there you go, singing it, winning Song of the Year. So that's a big deal. Best New Artist, Olivia Rodrigo. Best Pop Solo Performance, Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. You got to remember, that took over last summer. I am so glad that song was not around when I was in high school. I would have absolutely fallen into singing that constantly. Best Pop Duo Group Performance, Kiss Me More, Doja Cat. I would have died if that song would have come out in high school. For real. If Driver's License had come out when I was in high school, I would be in my room right now, all emo, dressed in black, singing into a brush. It would have been ridiculous. You know what else I used to do? Anna's not going to get this at all, but maybe some of the listeners around my age will. I would go to the mall and spray cards. Thank you. Jean Baptiste was a French Revolution. Not the Grammy winner, everybody. Not the same person. Yeah. Today I'm pretty. I would go to the mall and spray cards with Jacquard. God, I love Jacquard. That would make me high. Jacquard would make me high. I would smell Jacquard and I would totally sing Driver's License. All right. Best traditional pop vocal album, Love for Sale, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, which I love them. Thank you, Doug. I think you're pretty every day. You are the sweetest. Best pop vocal album, Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Best dance electronic recording, Alive by Rufus Du Sol. Best dance electronic music album, Subconsciously by Black Coffee. I'm still laughing about Jean Baptiste. You know why? That's because where I lived in Louisiana specifically, we learned about Jean Baptiste the whole time. Best alternative music album, Daddy's Home, St. Vincent. Best contemporary instrumental album, Tree Falls by Taylor somebody. Best rock performance, Making a Fire, Foo Fighters. Anna said there's so many Grammy Awards. I had no idea. For sure. I heard the In Memoriam was good. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thanks, Peter. Peter wants a sticker. Peter is a producer today. Having to show you one outfit in particular, dying. Please do. Well, I wanted to show everybody. for the I almost said the Oscars, for the Grammys, I'm wearing my Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shirt that I got in Cleveland. All right, let's see this. Taylor Parks made a major statement with a spiked green jumpsuit and yellow platform boots. I thought she went as Kermit the Frog because I could only see the top.
With a dream, which leads to a goal.
That's fascinating. Well, listen, we're talking about it. I know, Stacy, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you can't see my shirt because you're visually impaired, but I'll describe it to you. It's like an army shirt, Stacy. Jolly Bird, hi, good morning. Visually impaired people can't see lights. I hear you. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. So I'm wearing an army green shirt like an army person, and it's got some patches on it. And it says Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it was for the Grammys. But I do love this shirt. Someone titled it, When You Have the Grammys at 5 and Bowser's Fury Tournament at 7. She knew people were going to make fun of this outfit. I mean, there's no way. You know what I mean? Oh, Doug said, yes, that's true, but that doesn't mean you can't tell when someone's pretty by their voice. Thank you, Doug. Yes, I actually am not a big fan of my voice or face, but I'll take the compliment. You're very kind. Peter says, the wiki, like, what is that called? The thing on John Baptiste. Quote, while under orders to suppress the royalist counter-revolution, he commanded the execution of 4,000 civilians, mostly priests, women, and children. He was a bad guy. That's awful. C says that she looks like she's King Koopa from Mario. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to say. Nice hair, Liv. It really matches your face. Thank you, Stacy. You guys are really nice with the compliments. So, big thing that also happened this weekend. Did you hear about all of the flights that got canceled? This makes me nervous because I get on a oh, I'm really sorry, Doug. His granny had to go to the hospital. Good. She's okay now. All these flights got canceled. Like so many flights. How many, Anna? Like it was insane. And wasn't it predominantly in Florida? I was going to ask Sheila, who else is in Florida today? What all was going on? Because it was like all over the news. Also terrible news of what happened in Sarasota. Like it's just so sad. It made me really sad what was all the news out of Florida. So everybody think of Florida today. It's been a rough weekend for airline passengers. I know. I hope that means it's okay. Airlines canceled and delayed more than 10,000 Saturday and Sunday flights because of storms in Florida and technology issues with Southwest Airlines, stranding travelers across the country, creating long wait times to reach airline customer service. More than 3,400 flights have been canceled. That is nuts. And 8,800 flights delayed this weekend as of 3:15 Eastern on Sunday, according to the flight tracker FlightAware. I do love that app, by the way. FlightAware is fantastic. Chivalrous Hair, good morning. Out in Alabama, first-time watcher. Lyndon out in Virginia. Hello, hello. I love it. Thank you, Doug. I'm so glad you guys knew to take in your grandmother. That is good news, and I'm glad she's doing well. Let's see. Okay, so the flight woes came during the busy spring break travel season at a time when travel is surging because of pent-up demand from the pandemic. Southwest, the nation's largest domestic carrier, was the hardest hit in terms of number of flights. The airline canceled 520 flights on Saturday, which is 14% of its operation canceled, all the way canceled. 398 flights on Sunday. In addition to the weather, Southwest had intermittent technology issues early Saturday that hurt the airline. Southwest, the nation's largest domestic carrier, which I did not know that, has previously said about 40 to 50% of its planes fly through Florida on any given day. That's shocking. That is really, really shocking. Peter has a good point about the Grammys, by the way. He says it's a very fine line between red carpet outfits and Comic-Con. Look, Peter, maybe they're just ready to go any moment to either. You know what I mean? So there was just a big mess. It was a big mess. It was a big mess. I can't believe the storms were that horrible, but now that makes sense. Things that I just learned. Southwest is the largest domestic carrier. Nobody knew that. Did anybody here know that? Did you guys know that? Number two, did you know 40 to 50% of their flights go through Florida? Again, no one knew that, but now that makes sense. So there you go. Sorry if you were caught in that. I hope not. One of the things I wanted to ask you guys today, because let's make it work Monday. Those of you who are listening, go to backchannel.tv, go to your machines. Hi, Hannah. Like Hannah, coming up on her Echo show in South Dakota, first time watcher. You can speak to your device. You can say Echo, say yes or no. Do most of you, and I want to know this because I don't really know. I ask what you drink all the time because I have coffee with you guys. But do you eat breakfast? Do you start your day eating breakfast? Is that something that you do? Are you in a habit of it? Sometimes you tell me about it. I know that Stacy usually has cereal, and sometimes we get to hear about Mindy's fantastic blueberry situation. There's like a blueberry lemon thing that she does. There's like a lemon granola bar that I still need in my life. And blueberries, something like that. But yeah, let's see. Mindy, no, I did not know that. I didn't know that either. Oh, by the way, Anna, did we get Rebecca's address? Rebecca, did you email Anna your address so you can have a mug, friend, because you won? You haven't seen it. Rebecca, don't forget to send in your address so you can have a mug. Okay, someone, let me see what Anna's saying while you guys tell me what you eat for breakfast normally, or do you not? I hear Southwest just straight up turned off some aspect of their ticketing system. Whoa. That's bad. Doug says, no, I started eating supper because I changed. People who have epilepsy can't fly in an airplane because an airplane can have pressure changes that cause the seizures. No, that makes sense, Stacy. I'm really, really sorry. Okay, so yes, Mindy does have yogurt and a granola bar every morning. Stacy normally has cereal. Doug has Boost. But what about you, Peter, Grass Puddle, Rebecca, Nathan and C? Anna, do you normally have breakfast? Sheila, Lyndon, who else is out here today? Hannah, talk to me. Winged Goose, London. I want to know. Do you also have something to eat? Do you start off with breakfast? I don't. Can I tell you my favorite way? And I know I've shared this before, is hot water with lemon. But then I got really, really nervous about like eroding my teeth with what is that? The citrus. I did. I got a little worried. I got a little concerned. Okay, she's making her breakfast now. Like, what are you having today for breakfast, Sheila? Stacy has Boost along with her cereal. Okay, good. Got it. Fantastic. Grass Puddle says, I never fly Southwest. I flew Southwest all the time when I went to Texas Tech University. From Houston to Lubbock, I would fly Southwest constantly. Now I'm a United gal. I mean, I was Continental forever. I miss Continental. I do. United bought Continental. We all have to get over it. We still talk about it here in Houston, but I'm a United gal. I don't fly Southwest anymore. Although the reason I have the setup I have in my living room is because of Southwest. That is a fact. That is a true fact. And the new house that we're building, like the, guest house, the setup partially is, I mean, it's a sad thought of that, but it's going to be made after two hotels, Surf Jack in Oahu and TWA for sure. But I like the way that Southwest would have a row of seats here and a row of seats here, and you could talk to each other like a bus. You know what I mean? And I always sat there because then I would come home with 5 friends. Loved it. I don't think they do that anymore. Peter says, I don't eat breakfast. Sometimes I eat lunch. Rebecca says coffee. I have an IV of coffee. Mindy says, I kind of want to pick my seats for sure. Grass Puddles has coffee for breakfast. Mindy says, you have great teeth. Oh, I have terrible. I mean, I don't have terrible teeth. I don't. Thank you. Grass Puddle says, I miss Continental. For sure. Mindy says, same. Continental was the best. We fly American. Grass Puddle says, with United because Continental was so awesome. No, I know. Continental was absolutely the best. Oh, Anna loves Southwest. She says, sometimes I bring a snack into the office with me during the show, but I never have been on that plane before. Sounds cool though. That's the only kind of planes I used to have. Do you guys remember that? Grass Puddle Mindy, do you remember the planes that it was the very first two sections of Southwest? It was just the first two rows. They would face each other like a bus or like a subway system. And I love it. Oh, don't feel bad, Liv. I'm going missing because you're going to the dentist. Oh, Doug, have fun at the dentist. Ceaseless Bobcat. I love it. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Anyway, so there you go. That's the take. A lot of us don't eat breakfast on Alaska Air Metal and their coffee machines are broken. You're on Alaska right now. You're on Alaska Air right now. The coffee machines are broken. Wait, are you on the plane, Grass Pedal? Are you really on the plane? That would be phenomenal. I could say I was an international host. Make my dreams come true. Oh, got it. Okay. You're missing some of your teeth, Doug. That stinks. Well, the dentist is going to help you in that. That's going to be fantastic. Stacey says, eat half the breakfast because some of us can't go without breakfast. No, and you shouldn't. Listen, there's many times in my life I couldn't go without breakfast for sure, Stacey. Different when I'm on certain medications or when I have a lot of surgery. I've had over 13. Oh, not over. I've had 13. In fact, my 12th surgery anniversary was just on April 1st. I didn't even talk about it, actually. That was a big day. That was my first plastic surgery I've ever had. That was a really big day. I didn't even say anything about it. I thought about that later. But yeah, when I'm recovering from surgery, I have to, eat so I can take all the meds and so my body can heal. So I understand you got to take care of yourself, Stacey. Mindy says the rear facing seats. That was a thing. It was a thing. I don't know when Southwest got rid of it. Maybe Anna could find out. But it was, I watched while in Peru, so you already were. That's true, Grass Puddle. But something about being in the sky, that's because I wanted to be an astronaut. So you're making my dreams come true. I love that all of my dreams are banked on Grass Puddle. That is not going to end well for me. For sure. Absolutely, you guys. Hey, here's something that I wanted to go into our Monday, besides talking about food and breakfast, which I had to say, oh, thanks. You streamed Hal's show at 36,000 feet. Always Hal, Mindy and Hal. You're going to make me a shirt. No, I'm not Mindy. No, I'm not Hal. But love me anyway. It's going to say something like that. You did? You found the Southwest plane, Anna? Wait a second. Anna might have found the old Southwest plane with the seats that face each other. It really is why I have my living room. Yes! Mindy. Well, Mindy, look. Anna, yes. Does it say when they got rid of this? Yes, Stacey, thank you. God, I love that you always remind me. Sometimes you just have to count on yourself to make dreams come true. You're right. Doug, no, Liv, when I go to work with Jeremy, then I stop at McDonald's for breakfast. I do enjoy a good McDonald's breakfast. Oh, that was it? Okay, I got really excited. Anna's like, and we're done. So I would get to my Southwest plane an hour ahead of time just so I could get in those seats. Because I was convinced everybody wanted those seats. I'm pretty sure nobody wanted those seats. Now, exactly. Grass Puddle's like an introvert's nightmare, which I got to say, I think 90% of the universe is introverted. So for me, I was like, I've got to get there. I've got to sit in those seats. And I would get there so early. I would sit there and I'd just sit there forever, which I'm sure also made people not want to sit there because they're like, what's wrong with the really anxious girl? Because I'm like a puppy waiting for someone to pick her out of the kennel. I was like just sitting there like, sit here, pick me. Then it was always like the last people with their coffees from Dunkin' Donuts trying to get on. Hi, Ceaseless Bobcat. Hello, first time watcher out in Colorado. So glad you're here. Jeremy and I always get hash browns and sausage McMuffin. That's what Doug says. Ooh, I love the McDonald's hash brown. Nobody makes hash browns like that anymore. The hash brown patty, come on, man. That stuff is so good. Anna can't find out when Southwest got rid of it. That's okay, Anna. You don't have to. Peter says it looks like a COVID nightmare for sure. Anyway, so yeah, I loved those seats. So just to tell you guys, when we were the first time we ever bought furniture as adults, my husband and I had our parents' furniture our whole lives, basically until like last year. I'm not kidding. Until like very recently. Bye, sweet girl. Bye, Mindy. Mwah, love you. And I went to, Mindy will know this if she's still listening. Gallery Furniture is really famous here in Houston. There's a guy named Mattress Mac. He's a local celebrity. I do not say that lightly. Like, he runs this town and he owns Gallery Furniture. And I went and I picked out a couch, a long couch, a love seat, and a second long couch. And they were like, oh, so you want 2 sets of couches? Because it's like a long couch and a love seat are like a set. And I said, no. I want one set. One long couch and a love seat. But I also want one extra long couch. And they were like, what? Why? And I said, because I'm going to do what Southwest does. And I'm going to have the 2 long couches look at each other and the love seat in between them. And they were like, why would you do that? And then I had some big chairs or whatever. So like in my living room, I think it came to be 12, 14. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 12 people. There was no television at all in the living room. I did not have a TV because we had a movie theater in this house. The house was built. The guy who owned the house before, the owner of the house before us, builds movie theaters, like actual theaters, not like home theaters, like real theaters in the Houston area. So he took his attic, because it was a ranch home, and like just made it into the biggest movie theater you've ever seen. It was my dream. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to have a TV down here. I want everybody to come and just have conversations. So that's how I set up the living room. All you could do was talk. Upstairs, we had this big, beautiful movie theater. It was so great. And a real popcorn machine. And it was like 2 leveled. It was so rad. Anyway, Southwest Airlines was the reason I did that, in case anybody wanted to know. Yeah. Okay. So many people are saying, they're like, what in the world? Stacy says, I used to have a movie gallery here in Springtown. It was a good place to go rent movies. You know what? I just saw a film where you could rent movies the other day. I watched a movie on Saturday and there was a movie rental place. It made me sad. It made me miss it for sure. All right, you guys, we are at the top of the hour. It is now, it's almost 9:00 on the East Coast. We only have 1 more hour together. It's about to be 8 a.m. here in the great state of Texas, Monday, April 4th, and you're on Backchannel. What you can do, Ceaseless Bobcat, coming on in Colorado, and Winged Goose, all you guys are out on your Echo shows. You can talk to your Echo show and it will type for you. You don't even have to do it. You know what I mean? Anna says the holiday when they go to Blockbuster is the best. Oh, for sure. That scene with Jack Black. Oh, God. That whole film is great because all they do is talk about film in the holiday. I love that because I love movies. I love movies so flipping much. Here's the setup for the day. Is that we have shows from 6 to 6 Eastern time, 6 in the morning to 6 p.m. You always can turn on your Echo Dot, your Echo Show, your Alexa app, your YouTube, your Facebook, and you can see familiar, sweet, kind, loving faces that are glad that you're here. It's, as one of the reviews once said, it's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. Have a community, talk, chat, listen, watch, have a little something on the background. We start out the day with Haley and Allison. They are from 6 to 8. I am here with Liv Every Day, Liv Harrison, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 10. On Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm only here from 8 to 9 because then we had the great Kate and Will on from 9 to 10, but just twice a week. From 10 to 12, we have the Anthony Davis Show. No, we don't. From 10 to 12, we have Get On Up with Jam and Renee. From 12 to 2, we have Anthony Davis. From 2 to 4, your pal Hal. And from 4 to 6, Mario Smith with The Drive. So there you go. Also, if you could, it would be fantastic. I haven't had any in a long time. I need your help, everybody. I really do. And Grass Puddle, you can talk about more than one of us if you want to leave a review. You can name us, multiple of us. But if you could leave a review, that would be fantastic. We're almost to 40 reviews on Amazon. It would be really great to be singled out. I would really appreciate it. So if you go to backchannel.tv, there's a button there to chat, but there's also one to leave a review, and I would appreciate it. As Stacey says, you can leave a review on Backchannel on the Amazon Alexa app. Thank you, friend. For most of the part, your echo will time you. I don't know what that means. I don't know what Doug is saying. Doug, rewrite what you're saying, friend. I don't know what that's saying. Yes, Jam and Renee. I know I messed it up. I said it wrong, but that's okay. We all make mistakes and we're here to support each other anyway. Let's get started for the second half of today's day here on Monday, April 4th, which is Make It Work Monday. This is when you look at your life like this carafe that is broken, and I'm burning my hand right now, but I'm making it work because I need more coffee. We really need a new one. Really need a new one. But what can you do that can kind of maybe put in motion your life in a different way? You have a brand new week. You're at the beginning of a brand new month. It's very exciting. Okay, Anna says you have to text me a pic of the carafe so I can get the correct one. I know. Oh, yes. Okay, Anna says we have to talk about the school picture day. It's too cute and funny and chaotic. Well, let's start there. Let's start there. Anna, let's do this. We'll start with the school picture day. That sounds fantastic, especially with Monday, making it work. We'll go into the game, and then we'll do the happiness thing, the happier. You know how much I'm into that. So yeah, let's do, that sounds fantastic. We just rewrote the show right now. Sugar Grove Elementary School in Indiana hosted School Picture Day on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, meaning a good portion of students were donning a bit of green. Wearing green, however, interfered with the portrait studio's green screen process, resulting in hilarious proofs. Anna, is this true? Is this real? Is this actually, did this really happen? You have a video and photos? Oh, Anna says it's incredible. This is fantastic. Okay, hold on. I am so here for this. Okay, you've been following this for like a week. This is amazing. They didn't figure it out at all when the kids were there. This is just a dream. Let's see. Quote, he had a dark green shirt on and the top of his hoodie is green. So he turned into a fence here. Parent Amanda Snow told NBC affiliate WTHR while showing the proof of her kindergarten son, Oliver's school picture. He had a green mohawk, but that's completely gone, she added. Snow said it was kind of hard to explain to her son what happened, but he thought it was really funny. Oh my gosh. I see what you're saying, Doug. Doug says he likes to watch Backchannel for half the day and then do something else the other half. It's part of your routine. Doug, I love that we're part of your routine. I love it. That's my goal in life. That's my dream. Okay, so after receiving the picture proof, Snow said she posted in a local moms group on Facebook asking if anybody else had, quote, funny pictures from St. Patrick's Day. So many people, she said, do, and so many good ones. Principal Kristen Rodham said in a message to families, quote, as many people of you know may have noticed on your child's spring pictures, it looks a little funny due to a green screen and St. Patrick's Day. While I know you got a good laugh, the proofs are the only pictures that will look that way. The actual pictures, if you order them, will look normal. Oh, that's disappointing. Why is that, Anna? Oh, Anna says they realized as soon as everyone showed up for their pictures. Oh, that's hilarious. But how can they fix it? You watch Backchannel till about 2:00, Stacy? That's exciting. Okay, Doug's telling me he gets up, he starts out with Haley and Allison at 6, and then you stop at 10, and then you go back. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, stop it. Anna is showing some pictures right now. If you're on your Echo show, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, this is incredible. The kids turned into the backdrop. So if there were flowers on the backdrop, they would have flowers on them instead. Like they became the backdrop. Bricks, fences. Oh my gosh, this is too precious. I would want those pictures of my kid. Anna, yes? Is that what you would want? For sure? Oh, right? Yeah. Anna said for sure. Absolutely. I would be amazing. Yeah, her little boy. Yes, I'm imagining Ted right now, and it would be the best thing I've ever heard of. Yeah, Stacy, you don't wake up till what? 7 a.m.? You start out with Liv Every Day, Liv Harrison, and then you follow up with Jam and Renee. I love it. You call a friend of yours and then you come back, Doug. You guys are so great. I love it. I love the dedication. That was just amazing. I mean, but here's what's so great. I say get both. You know what I mean? Like I can understand. You want normal pictures of your kid at some point. Like, because now being a mom of old kids, like my kids are so old. I look back at even the formal photos, which I thought I wouldn't really want, but I do now. I mean, my kids are so old. I do now. I appreciate it. They're cute. It's kind of silly that we still do these like posed perfect photos. Those of you who grew up with Olin Mills, did anybody grow up with Olin Mills or the J.C. Penney stuff? You know, going into the mall and getting your J.C. Penney, Walmart, you know, like that's where you would get your pictures. I grew up with Olin Mills, and that was the first job. Was that my first real job? I was a cold caller for Olin Mills. Oh God, that was so horrific. That was such a bad job. Such a bad job. But anyway, you would go and it was very like specific. Like it was very Olin Mills. You know what I mean? But I would want these just because you have to have the cheesy school background. Like, why is your kid taking a picture in front of a farm and a fence and you live in suburbia? You know what I mean? Or why is your kid in front of like a or sitting on a haystack with like pumpkins behind them? You know, it's just like, it's so dumb. But I would want it. And it would be a both and, not an either or. I would want both and the one of my kid floating as a head. For sure. I would insist on it. So Anna, here's my question. Can they get the option? Do you know if they can do both? Can they? Anna says, I mean, I've taken a million normal pictures of Ted, but I know I will want a formal family photo. Yeah, for sure. I see. Okay, we're still doing our schedule. I love it. Okay, Stacy says you spend an hour with Anthony Davis from 11 to 12. Doug, you got up at 3 a.m.? Oh my gosh. Follow up with, wow, 2:00 is nap time? Oh, wow. You guys are amazing. Start with Haley and Allison, and then you, and then Jam and Renee. Sometimes listening to your pal Hal, depends on how. Wow. Doug, Stacy, I feel like y'all are super listeners for sure. Peter says, this is the only show that he listens to. Anna says, no idea. I sure hope that they get to have the option and don't know how they'll fix it. I don't think anybody knows. Anyway, so Peter, thank you for being here. I know that you don't have to, friend. You are so fantastic. I did want to mention this, Anna. I do want to mention Estelle Harris from Seinfeld and Toy Story. Sadly passed away at 93. Do we have anything about her? Do we have a picture about Estelle Harris? And so people can see who that is. Maybe they'll be reminded. Because it's funny. I don't know about you guys, but when older actors and actresses, when they sadly pass away, there's many times that I will be like, oh, I thought that they had passed already. Or, you know, like I didn't know. She played George's mother on Seinfeld, remember? Oh, she was so great. What Fantastic actress. Now, did she play Mrs. Potato Head? Who was she, Anna? Yeah, like every Disney character ever. But was she Mrs. Potato Head? Who was she? She was? Okay, yeah. So she had a very nasally, high-pitched voice. It was very distinguished. Like you knew her voice when you heard it. You know what I mean? So the actress' son, his son Glenn Harris, told Dateline and Forbes she died Saturday evening. Quote, her kindness, passion, sensitivity, humor, empathy, and love were practically unrivaled. Oh, what a nice thing to say. So beautiful. So beautiful. There she is. She was born in New York City. On Disney's channel, Sweet Life with Zach and Cody, she played the apathetic hotel housekeeper, Muriel, whose catchphrase was, I'm not cleaning that up. Harris acted and voiced several other Disney shows and films, such as Kim Possible, The Proud Family, Sunny with a Chance, Phil of the Future, Tarzan 2, and Brother Bear. And I can't believe this, everyone. Chris Lincoln is here. This is fantastic. She also, hi, Chris. Would you rather cry sour cream or sweat nacho cheese? So glad you're here. Observant Hippopotamus. Welcome, first-time listener. Welcome to Live Every Day. Join us since you're listening on backchannel.tv and chat with me there. Harris also made cameos in Law & Order, Married with Children, Night Courts, Star Trek Voyager, House of Mouse, Seinfeld co-creator Larry David's Curb Your Enthusiasm, ER, Futurama. Her most recent credit was 2019's Toy Story 4. So think about that. Being an actor in Hollywood is not an easy feat, but to be able to do something until you're in your 90s is absolutely phenomenal, especially as a woman. Estelle, thank you for the gift of your talent to the rest of us. We are forever grateful. So lots of peace and love to her family, to her soul. Love that she was here and all that she gave us. Yes. Peter wants to answer Chris and says both. I would rather cry sour cream and sweat nacho cheese. I'd rather have the whole shebang. I'm not a nacho cheese fan. I got to be honest. I would much rather shredded cheese, but that wasn't the option. So Anna's going to get mad. We're about to have a little lover's quarrel. It's going to be amazing. So Anna says you can ignore Chris and Peter. I shall ignore Chris and Peter. Stacy says, I've seen The Proud Family and you can find it on Amazon Prime Videos. I gotta say, reading that made me miss a lot of Disney sitcoms. I was talking about this the other day, and I don't know how you guys feel. I don't feel like there's any sitcoms left. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but I feel like we don't have sitcoms anymore. Disney used to have them. I really liked Good Luck Charlie was adorable. I really love like live studio audience shows, but really like the mom and the dad and the kids. Like my generation, Anna grew up with Family Ties, Cosby Show, Growing Pains, Charles in Charge. You know, like we had these sitcoms, and I guess I need to know what the definition of sitcom is. It doesn't have to be in front of a studio audience, right? Does it? Actually, Anna, what is a sitcom? As I sit here, Stacy says, no, Liv, there are lots of sitcoms. You just don't know where to find them. Anna, what is the definition of a sitcom? I know I loved Good Luck Charlie. I absolutely love Bridget. What's her face? Definition is literally just situational comedy. That's it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we used to have a lot of sitcom, but I don't feel like we have anymore. I mean, we had Big Bang Theory, but I don't know. What is left right now? For sure. I mean, we have television series, yes, which the same characters are involved in amusing situations in each show. That's what it is. A television series in which the same characters are involved in an amusing situation in each show. Big Bang Theory is one of the last ones. I can't think of one. There's a lot of game shows. There's a lot of reality TV. There's a lot of streaming. But what do we have? You know what I mean? Like, what do we have that is quote unquote sitcom material? I just don't know. I can't think of anything. But I mean, Tim Allen made a career in that. We had Raymond, right? We had even ones that you don't like. I mean, King of Queens. I wasn't into any of that. I really wasn't. But God, I miss it. But that made me think of Sunny with a Chance. I used to love Sunny with a Chance. Demi Lovato, come on. It's a great show. Sweet Life with Zach and Cody was fantastic too. Disney, I feel like, is the only one that keeps giving us situational comedy. And they don't have much right now, but they have Bluey. So anyway, okay, I digress. I just wanted to see what everybody thought about sitcoms. You know what? Let me ask this. Alexi, hi, good morning. Everyone who's listening, okay, I want you to go out to backchannel.tv. I want you to come on screen. I want you to talk to me real quick. We're not going to make this into a whole big thing. This isn't like Food Wars on the show. What are some of your favorite sitcoms, situational is that what sitcom means? Sitcom, situational comedy. Stop it. That's incredible. Anna, never in my entire existence did I think of that. That's adorable. Now I know why it's called a sitcom. It's situational comedy. This is unbelievable. This is a huge day for me. What is today? April 4th. I've gone my entire life. I never knew what a sitcom meant. Huh. Did you know that, Anna? Did you know that that's where the word came from? You're going to say yes. Are you going to say yes? So what are some of your favorite ones? Yes, Stacey, tell me some. I would have to say, once I looked it up just now, exactly. Some of my favorite sitcoms of all time. For all time. I loved Family Ties. I really did. I know we've kind of talked about this a little bit. Doug says Sanford and Son. God, that was a good song. Everybody Loves Raymond, Stacey says. There was some, can I tell you, that was a hard show for me to watch. It was so dysfunctional. Anna says, I would think New Girl counts. Sure. And The Office, absolutely. All the Disney shows you mentioned. Disney did great sitcom work. I mean, they really did for such a long time. So many great things. Yes, Cheers, Roseanne, Golden Girls. Doug, this is a great list. Kathy saying Golden Girls. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. For sure. Great situational comedy. Absolutely. I mean, even Three's Company was great. You know what I mean? Stacey, it's dysfunctional, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, but it was a little too hard for me. Like it was a big trigger. Everybody Loves Raymond was a massive trigger for me, but I didn't understand why for a long time. Doug says King of Queens. Everybody Loves Raymond. I did love Cosby. Frasier was fantastic. Hi, Mindy. Welcome back. Cheers is fantastic. My husband and I just watched a year ago with our son before he left. We watched the first season of Cheers, and it was sensational. I didn't realize how great it was. You know what I mean? Like, oh, The Nanny. Doug, that's a good one. For sure. Bye, Peter. Have a great day, friend. Thanks, Kathy. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, I loved other stuff. I know we've kind of talked about. Yeah, The Nanny was fantastic. Nick at Night I missed because they would show so many of the old ones. Anybody remember Square Pegs? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what else? Geez. I don't know. I could go on and on and on. I love TV. Sister. God, I forgot about Sister. I forgot about that show. Anna, is there a list? Oh, Anna, could you pull up a list of like the all-time best situational comedy sitcoms that used to be on TV? What about Fresh Prince? If you watch all the other sitcoms, you've tried watching Oh, hey, you just said Fresh Prince. That's hilarious. Quaint Caterpillar. Hello, good morning. First time listener out in Chicago. Nope. Out in Michigan. Quaint Caterpillar's like, wow. Successful Pigeon, South Carolina. Hello. And Legit Barracuda. Hi. Brady Bunch. Yeah, for sure. I Dream of Jeannie. Yes. God, that was a great show. Lucy was great. The Honeymoon. Here we go. Top 100. I'm not going to read all of these, obviously, but it might spur some memories. The Honeymooners. I would guess. Well, I don't know. Is that what was the original first sitcom? I was going to say The Honeymooners, but I don't think it's old enough. Welcome Back, Kotter, which I was in a conversation with a friend the other day saying that is the best song. Welcome Back. God, it's a great song. Yes, Gilligan. The Carmichael Show. I've never heard of that. Oh, that's a new show. Well, that's why I've never heard of it. Happy Endings. Yeah, I was going to say that didn't last long either. I remember hearing about it, but it didn't go as well as I think they wanted it to. Does anybody remember Sisters? Although that was not comedy. The Big Bang Theory. Is that still on? Wait, is Big Bang Theory still on, Anna? For real? Oh, are we leaving? Oh, no, we're back. What about Night Court? Green Acres. Yes. Mama's Family. Oh, Vicki Lawrence. Man, talk about fantastic. It isn't still on. Don't know why it's saying that. Well, it could be an old. It's fine. I Love Lucy for sure. Hot in Cleveland. Yes, with Betty White. New Girl. New Girl is one. And I can't believe it's so far down. Yeah, I forgot about Green Acres. I forgot about Girlfriends. That was on for a long time. For sure. Mama's Family. I forgot about Mama's Family. Last Man on Earth. I haven't heard of that one. Beverly Hillbillies. Reno 911. I guess Brooklyn 911. Brooklyn 911. Brooklyn 99. Night Court. Yes. Does everybody remember Night Court? God, Harry Anderson. Jeez. I used to love that. Rick and Morty. Oh, what about Mork and Mindy? Mork and Mindy, you guys. The X's. What else? Ah, there it is. That's so funny. Number 89, Mork and Mindy. That was great. Nanu. So I loved Mork and Mindy. Jeez, I love that show. It was so good. Glow. I never watched Glow. Is that counted? Oh, I see. Yes. The Game. Didn't watch that. Laverne and Shirley was fantastic. You have Fresh Off the Boat. That was funny. Nanu. I know, right? What else was on during that time period with Mork and Mindy? There was like a whole group of stuff. Will and Grace. I want to say this. Will and Grace is probably my all-time favorite sitcom. When they just brought it back. I want to say this. I got to say this. Can you tell how many feelings I have? Family Ties was so fantastic. They brought back Will and Grace a few years ago. The first season that they brought it back, not great. Really wasn't. The second, like the next run, like the second season of the bring back, I don't know how to say this. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Some of the best writing I've ever seen in my life. I'm serious. That first season of the bring back, that's not a word. Awful, but the golly, they got it so good at the end. Okay, Anna saying Full House. Yeah, why didn't we think of that? No kidding. How I Met Your Mother. No kidding. Different Strokes. Facts of Life. Yes, Mindy. Yes. For sure. Get a Life. Kind of forgot about that show. Mr. Belvedere. Who remembers Mr. Belvedere? What was the one with Vicky, with the robot? Workaholics. Oh, The Old Adventures of Christine or whatever. Murphy Brown. Holy smokes. And I'm not a Candace Bergen fan. I'm not. But yeah, Murphy Brown for sure. Family Guy. Alf. Yes, Alf. Pen 15. Haven't heard of it. Family Matters. Oh, what about Step by Step? That was a great song. Gilligan's Island. Maybe we are going to read all these. I can't stop. Everybody loves Raymond. Keep going, friend. If you go fast, I'll go fast. Red Dwarf. Never heard of it. I haven't heard of that. That's okay. Modern Family. Oh, yeah, for sure. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I've never watched it. I've heard to watch it. Venture Brothers. Never heard of that. Got to be honest. One Day at a Time. Yes. And that was an old show. Remember? One Day at a Time? Boondocks. Haven't heard of it. I remember the film. Detroiters. Haven't heard. Is this going in order? Young Ones. Haven't heard of that. Laverne and Shirley. That was a great song, by the way. Bob's Burgers. Never saw Bob's Burgers. I know Anna has. Party Down. Haven't heard of that. Thank you, Doug. Andy Griffith. Archer. Of course, Archer. Yes, for sure. Broad City. What about the one with the cupcakes, Anna? What is that one called? Everybody Hates Chris. For sure. There were a lot of memes with that from last weekend. Sports Night. Yes, Aaron Sorkin. God, I love Aaron Sorkin. I think he's, the New Adventures of Old Christine. Yep, WKRP in Cincinnati. Also fantastic song for sure. We'll stop at 50. Daria, and then we'll do another 50 on Wednesday. How about that, Anna? South Park, number 57. Stanford and Sons. Silicon Valley. 5 more in the top 50. Malcolm in the Middle. I never watched it. I know a lot of people do. Eastbound and Down. Never heard of it. A Different World. Oh my gosh. I used to watch A Different World all the time. What We Do in the Shadows. Never heard of that. All right. Number 50 on this list. Blackish. All in there. We'll do the next 50 on another day. That is too funny. Huh. Interesting. I got to know if those are in order for sure. You know what? Let's play a game, shall we, Anna? It's time for some trivia. How about that, everybody? You can go to backchannel.tv and participate. Really? Anna says What We Do in the Shadows is incredible. Well, now I know. Now I got to go watch it for sure. We're going to do some trivia today, which means that there's no options. This is just your brains. This is general trivia. Oh, good gracious. Anna is making us think. 6 questions today. What is the painting? This is number 1. La Gioconda, more usually known as. So go to backchannel.tv. You can write your answer. You can also speak to your Echo show if you know. You can go to YouTube and Facebook and write your answer. What is the painting La Gioconda more usually known as? Is that like the Mona Lisa? I'm trying to think of like, what is a girl with the pearl earring? Starry, Starry Night. I don't know. What are famous paintings that like we have like such basic words for? And then what other paintings do I know? God, this is sad. I mean, when I'm in, I've said it. Yes, I've said it. Anna said I said the answer. Okay, I said 3 answers. Yes. Mindy said The Last Supper. I'm going to go with Mona Lisa. La Gioconda. Mona Lisa, Rebecca? Yeah, Mona Lisa? I'm going to say Mona Lisa. That's what I think. That was the first thing I thought of. We'll see. Ding, ding, ding. Who knows? Yes, the Mona Lisa. But it makes sense because Gioconda says like, seems very, like, hi, good morning out in Florida. Yes, Mona Lisa. Spiffy Otter, hi, friend. Welcome. It sounded Italian, right? And artist is Italian, Mona Lisa. Yeah. La Gioconda. All right, number 2. About how many taste buds does the average human tongue have? Ooh. You know what I learned the other day, by the way? That your tongue is not divided into sections. Like this is not the sour section, the sweet section, the bitter section, the whatever. All the taste buds are all the places in the tongue. Just thought I'd share that. Did we read that here on the show? Stacy, Family Ties is on Amazon Prime. I love it. Okay, here's the question. How many taste buds does the average human tongue have? Mindy is guessing 10,000. Rebecca is guessing 3,000. Debbie, hi, friend. First time watcher out in Texas. Yeehaw. I'm in Houston. Tell me where you are. Doug is saying 10,000. 10,000 sounds good. Sounds good. That sounds good. 10,000? Oh, this coffee pot is so hot. Nathan, if you're listening, please order us a new pot. Please, please, please. Holy smokes. Just burnt my hand. It's fine. 10,000. All right, Anna, that's our guess. Ouch. Really? Is it 10,000 for sure? Wow. I need some ice. 10,000. Number 3, how much does the Chewbacca costume weigh? Where are my Star Wars fans? Did y'all see that the Galaxy thing opened this month? It did. Didn't it open, Anna? Did the hotel open? I'm going to Disney Easter Sunday, and I tried to book a room there. I did. I really did. But there's no availability till June. I go to Disney World in April and August of this year. Oh, it's opening in May? Oh, maybe that's why. The Obi-Wan series comes out soon. I know. It looks so good. I got excited. How much does the Chewbacca costume weigh? Anybody want to guess? Rebecca says 8 pounds. Mindy says 45 pounds. I'm going to say 120. I see. Obi-Wan comes out in May. Got it. Dew says 50 pounds. Ready Hair, hi. Hello, Ready Hair. Doug says 18 pounds. I'm going to guess 120. So Doug says 18. Dew says 50. Oh, for the love. Ready Hair is listening in Utah. First time listener. Hi, come to backchannel.tv. 8 pounds. Rebecca, did you know that? That is incredible. That is phenomenal, friend. Good for you. How did you know that? Man, I was way off. I seriously think I burnt my finger. Not kidding. Like, I think it's blistering. That's impressive for sure. For sure. Doug said she had to look it up. Did you look it up, Rebecca? That's impressive. All right. Question number 4. Globe and Jerusalem are types of what? I know this. You're good at random trivia? Rebecca, that's impressive. You are impressive, friend. I know this one. You know why I know? Because I'm currently watching Meet the Fockers. And this is in it. If I'm right, I think I'm right. Grapes. Oh, Rebecca says grapes. Globe grapes are globe grapes. That is true. Jerusalem grapes. Okay, well, in the film, in Meet the Fockers, he says a Jerusalem tulip. Is that right? He brings De Niro. Oh, Mindy says fonts. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Chuck, first time watcher out in Michigan. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming on. No one has said it. So it's not grapes, it's not fonts, and it's not tulips. Oh, Rebecca is the closest. So it is a type of food, I'm guessing. Globe in Jerusalem. Ooh, Rebecca, you're close, friend. Is it apples? Jerusalem what? Trees? Mindy says trees. Vines? I don't know. Close because she's the only one who has guessed food. Okay. Globe. Peaches. Apricots. Ooh, I haven't had an apricot in so long. I don't know. Apple. Doug says apple. Rebecca says artichokes. I looked it up. I love that you're being on. Listen, make it work, friend, right? Make it work. Is it apricot? Is it apricot? Is it artichokes? Mindy says apple trees. Globe in Jerusalem. What? All right, Anna, we're ready. I think we're ready. Artichoke. That's right. Way to go, Rebecca. A globe artichoke and a Jerusalem artichoke. You know what's so funny? I think it's really funny when we talk about fruits and vegetables, which we do a lot on this show. And I come to realize there's different types. You know what I mean? I literally just think an artichoke is an artichoke. You know what I mean? They come in the can and you have them with spinach dip. That's it. There aren't different types of artichokes. I wonder how many different artichokes there are. Who knows? Maybe Anna could look it up. Dismiss. Hi. William, hello. First time, both of you watching. Welcome to the show. We're playing trivia. Here is question number 5. Who starts first in chess? Oh, like which piece? Like which colored piece? Who starts first in chess? Any guesses, you guys? This is trivia. Oh, geez. I watched all of the Queen's Gambit. I should know everything about chess. That was an intense show. I also was on a lot of medication when I was watching that show, like a ton of medication. Terry, hello. Welcome. You guys who are watching and listening, go to backchannel.tv. You can type in your answers. I can see you on the chat. If you are on an Echo show, you can talk to your device. You can say, Echo, say, like Doug is saying to me right now, there are more than 140 different types of artichokes. Are you serious, Doug? That is shocking. Who starts first in chess? I want to say the white pieces. Is that correct? Is it a white pawn? I don't know. White? Yes. Fantastic. YouTube, hi. Welcome. Glad you're watching. All right, last question of trivia, everybody. Here we go. How many bones do sharks have in their bodies? Oh, Doug, you looked it up. Thank you. How many bones do sharks have in their bodies? Interesting. I want to say none. Laurel, hi. How many bones do sharks have? Sharks are cartilage. That's what I say. No one. Yes, thank you, Doug. Sheila says 0. I'm saying 0. You know? Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going with that. Anna, if there's a bone in a... None? Yes. Mindy, trick question. Anna said Mindy's going to get so mad. That's so cute. Perfect. No bones in a shark. For real, for real. I'd always heard that they were made of cartilage. You know what I mean? But I didn't know if it was one of those things like, for sure, none. They're all cartilage. Now we know. Fantastic. All right, here's what I want. I know. Minnie's laughing because she hates when she gets tricked by Anna. But we knew that one. That was one that we all knew, right? We grew up knowing that. Because every time we learned about cartilage in our bodies, right? Didn't your science teacher tell you, like a shark, your nose, your ear, right? Is that all we have that's cartilagey? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I wanted to read 4 simple things every day you could do to make yourself happier and more resilient. I have to say, I discovered this year, 2022, which is a short year already. Hi, Craig. Hi. First time watcher out in New York. Welcome, friend. Doug said, yes, of course we knew that. Rika, hi. Hello. I discovered what resilient means this year. I didn't mean to, but I had a very unfortunate situation happen to me. And I didn't know I was resilient. I got to be honest. I really didn't. And I didn't really know what that word meant. And now that I do know what it means, I think it's something we should talk more about. You know what I mean? And I think happiness and being resilient kind of go hand in hand, kind of like how depression and anxiety go hand in hand. That's not a positive example, but doesn't mean you have to have one or the other. I'm just saying I think that they kind of do. William, did I say hi to you? I don't even know if I did. William, if I didn't, hello, welcome, friend. Okay, so let's dig into this. 4 things every day you can do to be happier and more resilient, according to mental health experts. You'll know how into this I am. You know what I mean? So Anna, I'm ready. Resilience has emerged as a popular buzzword, which I didn't even know that. Oh, since the onset of COVID-19. Maybe that's why I just realized that I have that. It's a catch-all for coping with the turbulence of the past years. I love the writing of that sentence. The turbulence of the past 2 years. What a strong statement. Wow. It appears in headlines applauding frontline workers, pulling double shifts and presidential speeches, rallying people to steel themselves for future crisis. What does it mean to be truly resilient? Quote, people need to understand that being resilient means you're experiencing something at a high stress level, and we are not meant to function at such a level for an extended period of time. Dr. Jessica Jackson, a psychologist and global clinical diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging manager at Modern Health and CNBC Make It. That's what she said. She continues, when we think about building resiliency, we have to acknowledge that resiliency doesn't always mean being hard. Resilience can also be rest. It can be vulnerability and processing emotions. So it's easier to navigate a stressful situation. There are few habits that you can adopt to build your mental strength and resilience. Here are 4 recommendations from Dr. Jessica Jackson and psychiatrist Dr. Samantha Boardman. Hi, Curly Lizard. Welcome. So glad you're here watching. All right, number 1, do a 5-minute check-in every morning. Now, I think this is interesting because 5 minutes to me sounds like a long time. Like, I know we say 5 minutes, like no big deal, but I think they really mean 5 minutes. It says, we're quick to ask others, how are you? But when's the last time you actually asked yourself? I think that's really poignant. It's easy to block out emotions and operate on autopilot until you're on the verge of burning out. Quote, think about a car. You might notice the oil leaking because it's always moving. You might not notice, the oil is leaking because it's always moving. But when it's parked for a while and then you move it, then you see the puddle of oil underneath. Jackson says, same thing with our mental health. This is very fascinating. I literally had a friend tell me yesterday, I'm always moving. And because I am, I don't notice exactly what they're saying. That's a really great analogy. I love that analogy. All right, Anna. Set a timer for 5 minutes each morning. Take note of how you're feeling. Dr. Jackson suggests the following questions. Just 3 questions. How do I feel? What do I need today? How do I want today to go? How do I feel? What do I need today? How do I want today to go? Mindy says, park it. I know. I think I need to, Mindy. I think I need to see where my oil leak is for sure. Sitting in silence and thinking through these questions can help you process negative emotions and figure out any adjustments you need to make in your schedule to stave off stress, whether it's going for a run, ordering takeout, or a different self-care activity. God, I love these articles. Number 2, create micro moments of positivity. Our brains are hardwired to look for danger, giving weight to negative emotions over positive ones. The antidote for this bad habit is what Boardman calls micro moments of positivity, seeking out the people or things that bring you joy. Quote, a meaningful connection or an uplifting activity enhances our resilience by acting as a buffer between us and the stress we'll inevitably encounter in our lives, she says. It's a really good point. You know what I mean? I like that. Think about how you can incorporate these moments, calling a friend, listening to your favorite music, for example, into your routine. Boardman suggests setting reminders on your phone for such activities so you don't let your, quote, wellspring of vitality run dry. I know that my nose is itchy. I know that a friend of mine has something called it's called Freeze. It's a freeze reminder, and it sends a text to pause in the day. Enthusiastic Camel. Hi, first time listener out in Canada. Good morning. Number 3, conduct a technology audit. Now, I know we hear this a lot. I know we do. But take a moment to pause and think, why do they keep telling us this? Social media has been widely linked to anxiety and depression in both teenagers and adults. This is a fact, undermining our well-being and emotional resilience. While it's not feasible to quit the internet cold turkey, Boardman recommends evaluating your tech habits to see if there's any pages or people you should reduce or eliminate from your consumption. Quote, channel titling expert Marie Kondo. We all know Marie Kondo with, does it spark joy? If something doesn't spark joy on some level, if it makes you feel bad, mute it or limit the time you are spending on it. She says, adding that we should aim to spend less than 2 hours online outside of our work. Whoa. Number 4, practice setting boundaries. This is the last one. Setting boundaries is a critical skill for becoming resilient, as it helps you choose what you allow inside your life. Quote, resilience is often confused with independence. Like, let me shrink as much as I can to support others, Jackson says. But resilience should be more about prioritizing your needs. She continues, if you have dinner plans with a friend, for example, but you need to stay home and rest, you shouldn't feel bad about rescheduling. Or if you need additional support at work because your brain is scattered, ask a manager or teammate for that. That's really lovely. Discussing your boundaries might feel intimidating or uncomfortable at first, but gradually sharing your feelings and saying no without guilt can mean that you're not wasting your finite energy on things that are bad for your mental health, Jackson says. Life feels pretty stressful for most people right now. She adds, it's important to know your threshold, know your boundaries, and honor those before you burn out. Now, notice she says your needs, not your wants. And I think that also needs to be a conversation about needs and wants and what that looks like. And I think we get confused often on, I need this right now. And then we assume that means we want it, when it's really something really basic that like our personhood needs. And therefore we feel selfish or we feel self-centered and we deny ourselves something because we've mislabeled it a want instead of understanding that it's a true need. I think that's an interesting conversation to have with yourself and to have a real sit down and look at, what are my needs right now? I think that would be an interesting question to add in the top like 3 questions for your 5-minute pause before you begin your day. What are my needs? You know, which she said something along those lines, but maybe going further and identifying what the wants are so that then you can kind of take inventory of the difference between the two, of where you're at and what is going on. Because for instance, for me, going through what I'm going through right now, personally, I have some needs that definitely are showing up like wants, but they're not. You know what I mean? But it's really easy for me right now to mislabel them because in normal circumstances, when you're not in trauma, when you're not in high stress, when you're not whatever, it absolutely could be seen as a want, you know, as being something frivolous. Whereas right now, personally, it definitely is a need and I've got to honor it. Does that make sense? So don't be afraid to even take it a step further. Hi, Whitney, out in South Carolina. Hello, and Dashing Buffalo. I love that. Hello, Dashing Buffalo. First time watcher. Welcome, you guys. Funny Gorilla, welcome. Oh, I love all the new faces. Good morning. I think it's important in helping yourself identify what is a want and a need, and then you can proceed currently where you're at, and that it's not a forever situation. You know, if you're really needing to step away from social commitments, you know, like those dinners with friends and things like that, if you're not just in a space of anxiety or a space of I don't know, you're just, you know, sometimes I need to be pushed, you know what I mean? And if it's not that, and you're like, no, I really need time here, I don't need to be in this social situation, then you really do need to step back and honor that. Does that make sense? I've got a ton of examples, but Anna says, if ordering takeout is self-care, then I am a champion. I have to remind myself that a lot right now when it comes to food and napping, for sure. Oh, I'm sure, Anna. I'm sure you do. But yeah, I mean, situations change, life changes. You've got to allow yourself, I think the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest ways you can give yourself self-care is to give yourself the space in order to make adjustments to your everyday. For instance, when you're driving, you're supposed to keep what? Like a buffer of air around you, right? so far ahead of you, so far behind you, and on the sides, so that God forbid, if anyone does hit you, if you do get in an accident, you've got this buffer around you, quote unquote, a boundary. And I think that that's what is happening with self-care, is understanding the first step to self-care, which we talk about a lot, especially on Make It Work Mondays. Your first step to self-care, it doesn't have to do with money. It doesn't have to do with time. It doesn't have to do with your station in life. It doesn't have to do with your socioeconomic space. It has to do with giving yourself permission. We talk about that a lot on this show. Giving yourself permission to make space for you. And the first step is figuring out, what is it that I need? Your needs, differentiating between your needs and your wants. And sometimes, like I'm saying, sometimes your needs masquerade as wants, and therefore you ignore them. And as they keep coming up and they keep returning, that should be a signal. Wait a second. This is more than what I'm giving it credit for. This is something that I have got to stop and recognize, and I've got to address it, because if you don't, it's just going to continue to manifest in different ways in your life. And it could manifest in bad ways, bad habits, unhealthy situations with yourself, with people, with whatever. And so I just really, coming from a space of this, you've got, the first step is giving yourself the time. So I think that, and really, and again, saying the word a million times, taking the inventory of deciphering between what is a want and what is a need. And I think that that really helps. But giving yourself, taking that step of permission of, it could have changed than a year ago. This could have been a want, but now it's a need. You know what I mean? So that's okay. Hi, Daring Fish. Welcome. Mindy saying, coffee talk with the husband. What do you need to get through today? For sure. And if you are, I love that, Mindy. If you have other people in your life, that you work with or that you live with, whether it's a roommate situation, whether it's a romantic situation, whether it's a work situation, it is a really good check-in to say to someone, what do you need for today? And then if you want to grant more than that, and what's something you want, what's something you want to happen this week? What's something you want on, I'm about to go away on this trip tomorrow, and it's turning out to be an interesting trip, to say the least. There's a lot of wants and needs happening, and that's okay. For sure. Doug says, I also believe it's better to do different things than your routine. Exactly. I think that's a very good point, Doug. Sometimes we get so caught up in our comfort, we're too afraid to break out and to do something different. And I think that's a really good point. We've got to have both scheduled, right? Like routines, and we've got to have spontaneity. We've got to leave the room for the air. We've got to have things planned and spontaneity. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this trip. This trip is going to put me in a very interesting space. Hi, Mark. Hi. I didn't even see that you came and joined us. Welcome. And Lacking Butterfly. Hello. Good morning. I'm going to be going to Connecticut. I'm going to have to face some really hard things there. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a buffer around, and I'm putting myself in some good space in New York City, which brings me a lot of joy, and kind of doing exactly what you just said, Doug. I'm going to have some scheduled things, some things on like my Broadway shows. Obviously, those are scheduled. Are we paid for them? And then leave some space for spontaneity or, whatever's going to come up and that kind of a thing. So I loved this. I love this article, especially as we go into the week, and to just empower all of you to take the time to check in with yourself and see what it is that you need every day. And that can change day to day, not just week to week, and how you can honor that, and how you can build that into your normal day, into your normal week, and how you can ask for it, but not just from the other people in your life, but from yourself. Okay. So get out there and be happy and resilient and have a fantastic Monday. You guys, don't go anywhere. Get on Up with Jam and Renee is next. I'll be here for 1 hour tomorrow in the morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Until then, live every day. Bye, y'all.